In the annals of history, there are battles that shape destinies, alter the course of nations, and echo through the ages. One such battle unfolded on the fields of Waterloo, Belgium, on June 18, 1815. It was a clash of titans where the fate of Europe hung in the balance. Welcome to our exploration of the Battle of Waterloo, a pivotal moment in European history that saw the downfall of one of history's greatest military leaders, Napoleon Bonaparte. Our story begins with Napoleon, the charismatic emperor of the French, whose military genius had brought much of Europe under his control. But by 1815, his empire was in decline. Exiled to the island of Elba in 1814, Napoleon made a daring escape and returned to France, sparking a final campaign to reclaim his former glory. Napoleon's return sent shock waves across Europe, prompting a coalition of nations to rise against him. The stage was set for a showdown that would decide the fate of the continent. On one side stood Napoleon and his seasoned veterans, determined to defend their emperor to the last. On the other side were the Allied forces, led by the Duke of Wellington and Field Marshal Blücher, united in their resolve to crush the French threat once and for all. As the sun rose on that fateful day, the two armies converged on the fields of Waterloo. What followed was a brutal and relentless struggle, as tens of thousands of men fought and died amidst the chaos of war. The battle raged on for hours, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. The French launched repeated assaults on the Allied lines, while the Allies held firm, refusing to yield ground. The cavalry charges were particularly intense, with both sides sending their finest horsemen into the fray. It was a spectacle of courage and valor as riders clashed with sabers flashing and hooves thundering across the battlefield. Meanwhile, on the outskirts of the battlefield, a fierce struggle unfolded for control of the farmhouse of Hougoumont. The French launched repeated attacks in an attempt to capture this vital position, but the Allied defenders held strong, turning back every assault. But the turning point came late in the day when Napoleon committed his elite Imperial Guard to break the Allied center. In a desperate bid for victory, these fearsome warriors marched forward, confident in their ability to tip the scales in favor of the French. Yet, the Allied forces rallied to the challenge as British and Dutch troops, supported by Prussian reinforcements, launched a ferocious counterattack. The Imperial Guard, once invincible, found themselves surrounded and overwhelmed. In a scene of utter devastation, the pride of Napoleon's army was shattered, marking the beginning of the end for the French emperor. As night fell on the blood-soaked fields of Waterloo, Napoleon realized that all was lost. With defeat staring him in the face, he was forced to concede defeat and abdicate once again. The Battle of Waterloo was over, but its legacy would endure for centuries to come. It marked the end of Napoleon's dream of European domination and ushered in an era of relative peace and stability on the continent. Yet amid the triumph and tragedy of war, it's important to remember the human cost of conflict. Thousands of brave men gave their lives on the fields of Waterloo, leaving behind grieving families and shattered communities. Today, the fields of Waterloo stand as a testament to the courage and sacrifice of those who fought and died there. Their memory lives on, reminding us of the price of freedom and the power of determination in the face of adversity. As we reflect on the events of that fateful day, let us honor the memory of all those who took part in the Battle of Waterloo. Their bravery and sacrifice will never be forgotten. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. Until next time, farewell.